All right, here we go. Go ahead and begin the starter. Okay. Here we go. Now this is going to be straight from, you can go back and look at 42 and 43 if you need it. Go back and look at 42 and 43 if you need it. Match these up. All the vocab. Match them up, match them up, match them up. Okay. Give you a couple minutes. And then we'll move on. Any questions, you can put them in the chat. Again, this is a review from yesterday's, or the last lesson, okay? These are all vocab from page 43, all vocab from page 43. Which one? And if you just get into class, we're doing the starter, the November 2nd starter. Okay, November 2nd starter. We'll move on in 1 minute. Move on in 1 minute. All right, let's move on, please. Let's move on, please. Let's go to the summary page. So here we go. The summary page. Summary page. So we're going to continue to engage in the urban game and industrial revolution activity. Construct charts, graphs, historical narratives to explain particular events or issues over time is our North Carolina Standard Course of Study. Units Europe, ideology impacts interactions. Then synchronous work today in class is to do the starter. We're going to continue to work on 42 and 43 to take it out the door, and then you need to complete 42 and 43 for your asynchronous work. All right. So everybody go to 42 and 43, please. 42 and 43 in your digital notebook. And I'm going to pull up the slideshow. We're going to start again from where we left off. Let's see. That looks pretty good, y'all, right? That looks good. That looks good. Now remember, as we review, we are not worried about the overall appearance. It's the participation, it's the symbolism of what's going on and the experience of it all as we continue. So y'all stay with me here, okay? And we'll do a super quick review, get us caught up, right? And we should have defined a lot of these terms that are highlighted as we go on page 43. We drew a river across, we did a bridge, we did 2 roads. We have a commons area, which is where everybody can use that area. That's why it's called the commons area. We drew 10 houses, church, cemetery, store, pub, and coal mine. And then at least 50 trees assigned for your town as well. Okay. This is an example of what it could look like. Okay, so then we, you follow along as the slides go. Okay. Remember, industrialization, the growth of industries happens rapidly. So you may get frustrated. You may be overwhelmed. That's honestly, my pace is kind of to cause that tension and that stress and to overwhelm you a little bit. Okay, So we talked about starting, people living, people are farming, people are doing crops and livestock and all of that initially. Okay, that's how people are living, tons of space. Okay, you built a canal, a person-made waterway. Profits is the money that a business makes that is above and beyond their expenses. Okay, you got one special home because you're making money. Okay, so your house is a little bit bigger. We added 5 houses as growth continues in the town. The Enclosure Act is when they say that now you can enclose the commons area. You can buy land and turn it from public to private. You can now own more land, and people are doing that. So you took away that half of the commons, added a special house, added 6 factories on the water because they're powered by water, no smoke. Okay, add 5 houses because population is increasing, another church, pub, store, and you can draw an additional road and 1 more bridge if you'd like. Round 6, you had 5 factories along the river and 5 tenements. Tenements are the areas, it's like in a big apartment building where like a lot of the factory workers will live. It's usually very crowded. It's not very sanitary. A lot more shared space than you think, almost like a college dorm. Round 7, town is growing. Another store, pub, church, and a school. 2 more special houses because you got some more factory owners and they're making more money. So their houses are a little bit bigger than everybody else. Okay. And then round 9, growth has exploded. 10 more factories, all with smoke now because now they're powered by coal. They're powered by burning coal and like a steam engine. Okay, and add 1 more nice house. That is where we left off. We did a quick reflection. In the beginning, this was on page 43, my village was, and you were to put that into 2 sentences. And then now the village is, and put that into 2 sentences. All right, and you are encouraged to use the words industrialization and urbanization in your description. Industrialization, again, is the growth of industries. Urbanization is the growth of cities, urban areas. Okay, I know that was a quick review. Any questions, you put them in the chat. Any questions, put them in the chat. All right, let's go. We're gonna do this quick. Round 10, iron is invented. Add 1 coal mine. Add 1 coal mine. Again, if you look in here, right? Make this a little bit larger there. Coal mines right here. There's a coal mine. Add a coal mine, please. Because now you're like mining metal and iron and using that. And you can make your wooden bridge now an iron bridge. Okay? A little bit fancier. All right. Round 11, we're in the year 1815. 1815 now. Big deal. Child labor becomes prevalent and working conditions are poor. Y'all tell me what child labor is. Put in the chat. That's it. Having children work. Okay. You say you'll pay them, say you'll help them, say that, workers will say, hey, we're going to take care of you. We're going to educate you. Almost similar to the encomienda system in a way now that I think about it. But in reality, they're just going to enslave them and exploit their labor. And there are reasons children were desired as workers. Children were much easier to control than the adults, right? I mean, that's just typical. Children are smaller, so they could do jobs that other adults couldn't do. And they could actually do jobs that adults couldn't do because they're small, the more nimble fingers, they have more energy, okay? So they were cheaper, almost free, okay? So a lot of times they were exploited. So child labor becomes prevalent. They're really common at this time. So draw a cemetery. Working conditions are terrible. I mean, hours, people working long hours. It's not safe. These machines are dangerous. You're getting tired and you're running a machine. Next thing you know, you slip and your hand goes in the machine and it gets ground up or cut up, right? Like people are dying on the job. All this is happening in 1815 because there's not much government regulation to say that you need to have a safe working environment because this is all new, okay? Round 12. Add 1 major railroad. connecting your factory districts to your coal mine district. So basically draw a train track, right? From your coal mine to a factory, okay? You may not have all your factories in the same area, maybe not, but you gotta get the coal to the mines. Or sorry, you gotta get your coal from the mines to the factories. And getting them there by the canals now is less efficient. You now can use and carry more by a train because of transportation and the introduction of the steam engine. Family life is disrupted. So family life, just things starting to happen where, just things aren't going well for certain people. Out of jail. Out of jail. Add 2 pubs. Okay. Add 2 pubs out of jail. Good question. Pub is a bar. Okay, so you got drinking is increasing. Drinking alcohol is increasing at this time. Okay, you got a lot more people with maybe even more money than they've ever had. By working, people are working a lot more. People have money. People are opening up pubs. The cities are growing. So you have this is different. This is new. Okay, and this is new for society with the growth of these cities. And now you have more pubs, and you just have people making less wise decisions. You know, okay, all right. Gas-powered light comes to the city, 1835. Add 20 street lamps, and those should be right along your street, along your roads. Street lamps. 20 street lamps with gas-powered light comes to the city. Things are developing, right? You can kind of see this happening. Okay, and y'all see my street lamp right here, right? That's an awesome street lamp right there on my map. Okay, working conditions they don't get any better yet. They don't get any better yet. You don't have as much government regulation. Government saying, hey, you need to make sure that everybody's wearing this and it's safe, and you don't have the number of hours that they're supposed to work, so that people are being overworked still. Add 2 hospitals and another cemetery. Add 2 hospitals and another cemetery. And a hospital looks like, what do I do with a hospital? Where is it? Oh, I just did like a square or rectangle with an H. Okay. Yep. Around 16. Greater need for cheaper transportation. Add 1 more railroad line passing through your town. Transportation is increasing. People are traveling from town to town now. Things are different. Before, you just didn't have that. Yeah, you can erase stuff, but what you should be erasing is probably only the trees. You cutting down trees, you're deforesting, participating in deforestation. Yep. I can't wait to see these. Add another railroad line passing through town. Oh boy. 1842. This is now an urban city. It kind of transitioned from a village, a small community, to a town. Now you're a city. Add 20 more houses, 5 more tenements, 2 stores, a church, 5 factories, pub, 1 more nice house. And I'd say your factories don't need to be on the river right now. If you don't have space right along the river, you can put a little bit further out from the river because the water's not powering the factories anymore. Okay, your factories are now powered by burning coal and the steam from you burning coal. Okay? I'll give you a little bit more time on this one. Just a little bit though. But you can see, this is growing. Look at that picture, right? Going from a small town, a village, to something like that. So that's smoke in the air. Any questions? Y'all put them in the chat. Right. Again, y'all, we're doing this quick. We're not looking for perfection in our drawings. We're looking for participation in the experience and the symbolism of it all. Okay. With innovation, y'all, comes problems. Add one cemetery, one jail, and one hospital. I'll go back just for a little bit. I'll go back for just one more minute. One more minute. All right, y'all. Again, with innovation comes problems. Again, make sure you add a cemetery, a jail, and a hospital. So now what I need you to do, okay, is if you're doing this on a sheet of paper, again, I want you to like take a picture, crop out everything around so it's very neat and orderly, please. Okay. And I want you to put this, your image, okay, onto page 42 right now. No, you don't have to redraw. What did you draw it in the first place? Whatever your product is, it needs to be on page 42. I don't care how it looks. I just need to be able to see it on page 42. That's fine. Put it on there. So you got to take a picture of it. I would use a phone. And you need to hurry. If you're going to redraw, you need to hurry. 18. That's it. We're at the end. This is the last thing. So I need y'all to put it in the paper. Or put it on page 42 in your digital notebook. Everybody should be doing that right now. That should go right now. I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes to do that, and then we'll do a reflection, and then the ticket out the door. And again, if you did this on a piece of paper, you need to make sure that you take a clear photo. I don't want a photo. I prefer not with your Chromebook, because this is what y'all do. Y'all hold it up like this, right? And it's from a distance. I can't see what's going on. Then I get your face in it up above, to the side, below, whatever, and it's not clear. Okay, I want to make sure this is clear. So whatever camera is the best quality, that's what you need to use. And then when you do that, you need to put it onto page 42 as neatly as you can. I would then crop that image on your phone or whatever you're taking a picture with, so you kind of only get what is necessary. And then you need to put it on page 42 and make it the right size. I got one photo for page 37 that was like 50 times larger than it needs to be. Okay. So I need it to be the size of the space that I originally created for this assignment. Any questions about how to do that? Yeah, I mean, take a picture, email it to yourself, take a picture, edit it, then email it to yourself and put it in there. Take a picture, edit it, save it to your Google Drive, and then go to your Google Drive on your device and put it in there, insert it from your Google Drive, right? Those are all options that you can do. If you need help with that, I can help, but what I'm looking for, right, is if I go here, I go to insert. If you have a high quality camera, you can do that. You could pull up with your phone, you could open up OneNote on your phone. There's an app on your phone. You could take a picture of it with your phone and put it there immediately. That's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. All right. Make sure everybody look. Let's go to 43. All right. So make sure. Here's what I want you to do. Make sure your vocabulary is up to date. Okay. Employing, I would say hiring. Hires work in factories or any type of work. Okay. Now, here's a push factor. Here's what I want you to do. Push factor is a reason people leave a certain area or move from a certain area. And a pull factor, reasons people go to a certain area. Okay. Here's your reflection, y'all. Here's your reflection. Okay. I want you to tell me, using the terms push and pull factor. Okay, this is day 2 reflection. Why were people moving to this? Why did people move to your village, to your town? What's the pull factor that caused people to move to your town? And put it in the reflection. So my question is going to be, all right. Yeah, go ahead and put in your reflection. Put in your reflection. And then answer this question. What push factors were created because of industrialization and urbanization? What things occurred because of that maybe people left town as well? What push factors? What pushed people away? Why did some people not like it? All right, those are the 2 questions you need to answer. Any questions about that? Okay. All right. Go ahead, take it out the door, please. Take it out the door. And then you need to make sure you do that with your asynchronous time if you didn't have time to finish. Y'all, please get 100% on this, please. Get 100%. Okay, straightforward. What was the objective? Oh, y'all choose the objective is a little bit different. Choose the third one. Choose the third one. I'm sorry. Choose that third one on mine. Don't choose the third one on yours if it's different. I can engage in the urban game. All right. Choose that one. Choose that one. Choose that one. What unit are we studying? Please get that right. What's the statement of inquiry? Please get that right. And then asynchronous work. Okay. Yeah, this isn't hard. This isn't hard. This is almost like, hey, do this before you leave the room kind of thing. So if I'm in my classroom, you would quickly do this and then you'd be able to go. It should be straightforward, okay? All right, y'all, you're good, I'm good.